Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the art session series. And today we're going to be doing a voiceover of a recent session I did. It's a quick sketch, but this time it's a new batch. I did say in the previous episode or previous batch that I was going to be doing more drawings, basically line work, but I decided to go for painting something instead because I think it's way faster. And I do notice that when I try to draw something, basically line art or line work, when I approach subjects that way, I don't shine. And besides, for these types of sessions, there's a limit. Like I sketch for like 5 to 10, basically under that amount of time. So I do like, because I'm recording these types of videos with my iPhone instead of the screen recording. So it's just a different approach that I'm trying out, and I do like it. I think I should, and I do have sessions, and I should have sessions where I draw or paint for longer, because I think when I do that, it helps me sort of see and, like I'm more deliberate with my lines, and I get to sort of focus in and be more analytical or more specific or more, like I think more when I have longer sessions, because it just gives me the opportunity to be more aware and not rush things. But as much as these types of sessions are kind of short, there's something about it that I like, and I do want to continue doing it. And I realized that I think I can do, like, why should I shy away from doing subjects that are cool to me? For example, I've always had a thing for robots, mechas, creatures, and sometimes I don't feel like it's, I know it's cool, but sometimes because I know deep down I can't really draw faces, or whether it's like realistic or more anime types, because I can't do that confidently, I feel like I can't sort of shine, or I can't enjoy doing these types of more sci-fi types of concepts, and I feel like I'm missing out. And I shouldn't necessarily hide this or try and fight it. So when I did this, started with this sketch, but these like following batch of sketches, I just went for my typical doodle subjects. I usually doodle with these specific subjects where it's like I start with random strokes, random shapes, and then it ends up becoming like a mecha or something, or a guy in a helmet, or some kind of creature design, or it's a mix of a mech and a creature, like an organic mech. And I just like these types of concepts. So instead of like fighting that and instead of trying to learn in these sessions where I try to analyze something, it's not the appropriate time. I think I can do that for more longer sessions, whether I'm probably just gonna put it in the membership, right? And I'm trying to do this whole Patreon thing, so maybe I can do it there instead. So I think these sessions can be, thinking about it now, it can be a way for me to just enjoy myself. So wait, let me just see the full time, real time of this thing. Oh wow, 3 minutes. It wasn't even like a full 5 minutes. So I think I was just experimenting for this session, but well, I actually, you probably can see it, but in the right hand side, around here, you can see oh my god, some layers already done beforehand, but it's just hidden. I did try drawing with some line art and doing some basic shading, but it just did not work out well. So I think this was the third sort of attempt or fourth attempt of me, and I just decided, oh yeah, it's the third attempt. I decided to just like after this sketch, I decided to go this route where it was just focusing more on like shapes, colors, values, and not so much on like line art. In a way, I kind of felt disappointed. There's a part of me that feels like, oh, like I quit, but at the same time, I feel like I won. Why try to force yourself to do something that is just not right for you at the moment or in that time? Because again, I can always study things after, and I can focus more on my drawing skills in a different time. Right now, it's simply, I can make these types of sessions about just me following my normal sort of inclinations, and I can have a bit of fun. And it's sort of a way to like refresh my mind a bit and do like quick tests, because I am keeping a similar mentality that I had in previous episodes, or in the previous 2 batches, where I would limit one session. Yes, I would give myself a time limit, but also a tool limit, meaning I can only use one brush. I've had sessions, maybe 1 or 2, where I did use a couple of layers and a couple of brushes, but on average, I mainly limit myself to just one brush. And I think for this episode, for this quick sketch, I used a flat brush that has a bit of like that watercolor texture to it. I did try, I have maybe 1 or 2 episodes in this batch where I did use another watercolor like brush, but I did realize that it does take time. Like it needs, because it has opacity, it takes a couple of strokes to build up some kind of opaque solid look. So that's something you have to be aware about when you're trying to do these shorter, quicker sketches, because it's gonna take a while for you to even make something solid. So now this one, it does have enough, it's not as transparent, but it has enough that I knew I had to paint over the same area, 1 or 2, maybe 3 times. But I also recommend, when you do have a flat brush, just use pen tilt if you can, because it's fun. Like you can have control over your brush, and also you can provide like natural variety even if you're using one brush, because you can change the direction, the tilt of your flat brush. It just makes it look more, not as monotonous, right? So yeah, so it's looping. So it's a pretty short session, but I was actually kind of proud of it. Maybe as I do more analytic. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Maybe as I do more drawings, with line art and everything, where I focus more, because when you draw with lines, I think you're more focused on it's a different mindset. Like you have to sort of construct things a lot more. If you're doing what I'm doing right now, like painting, I would consider this more like painting, where like, yeah, you see values, you see shapes, but it's harder to construct things because I think you're mostly focused on like the lighting, the values. So when you have this approach, you can sort of put things back, by either smudging it, turning it into like just a darker shade or whatever. Basically, you can like skip areas where you don't want any detail, because again, you're sort of playing with light. If you want something to disappear, you can make it darker or whatever, or you can decrease the contrast and simply increase the contrast in areas where you want your eyes, or where you want your viewers' eyes to sort of focus on. So it's a very different mindset. So it's good that I have the opportunity to have or to try this approach, but I think along with this, I still need, and I should have sessions where I just focus on line art. Because for those of you who do paint and draw, you will know that it's a very different experience. And oftentimes drawers, can I say that? Or people who like drawing more, when they do try painting, it's you're gonna have a hard time. Or it's not like a full easy transition. Because I think it is its own skill. Same thing for the reverse, where if you're more of a painter, when you start using more line art to express your ideas, you're not going to be as comfortable, only because it's not exactly the same skill. I mean, there's like a convergence there. There's an area of of similar something, sure, but I think at its core, they're 2 distinct skills, which I think is very valuable. But yeah, pretty cool. I did stick to like some greens and blues, some more like cooler colors here. And oftentimes when I paint in this kind of way, if I don't start with black or white, or I usually start with black, sometimes I'll inject some kind of saturated color, usually just one, as like the main thing, and then I'll add another accent color to perhaps complement that, either a complementary color, specifically a hue that's opposite to the main color you've chosen beforehand, or an analogous hue or color. Basically, it's a color beside the main color you've chosen from the very beginning. So that's kind of just how my process works. And yeah, I mean, with something like this, you can always add detail later on, right? If you wanted to. But as a sketch, to me, it's fantastic. Not to glaze myself, but yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed. Oh, by the way, I figured out how to. I'm not sure if I cleaned the camera. I don't think so, but I think I played with the exposure because in the last batch of videos, there was like a glow in my screen. The only change that I know I did for this batch was I simply lowered the exposure of my iPhone camera, which I got from my sister. It's like her old iPhone. I just made it -1 and that's it. And it works. One of you did mention that you should probably clean the camera, but I don't think I actually did when I did this session. So maybe it was more of an exposure thing, which I had to fix. But yeah, so that's some advice for you if you're trying to do your own recordings with your camera or iPhone or whatever. And yeah, so that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.